Okay, hi everyone. Hopefully you hear me. Uh, I will introduce myself later. Just like I need to prepare the bowl a little bit. So if you can just give 5 minutes and just like scan the QR code or maybe like log into the actual place where you answer the questions to get the points, it'll be lovely. If you are not watching the live stream, so you can just uh, like go ahead to the start of the bowl itself. We're just dealing with some like technicality issues, so give us 5 minutes and we'll fix it. And like last live stream, I'm not putting now Spotify songs because last live stream I got like a copyright strike and my video was disabled in like 2 continents. So I'm not doing it right now. If you like wait like to wait 5 minutes, it'll be nice. Thanks. Ah. Okay, let's move on to myself. Okay, yes. I had like a lot of time. I had today a lot of time to try to organize this, but somehow everything went wrong. But like, never mind. I'm a scholar in World Scholars Cup in the program from Israel. My name is Nadav, and today I wanted to make this video or live stream, depending on what you're watching, of the Scholars Bowl. It's basically a mock of the Scholars Bowl. It has questions from the same material. I made this one a couple of weeks before my regional round. Hopefully, you'll have a great time of practicing with your team, hopefully, this bowl. And yes, this is the Scholars Bowl. Yeah, that one right up here. This, to be honest, was the second bowl I made before my regional round, and like how I'm streaming this in almost 1 a.m., I made that bowl really early in the morning too, or like really deep in the night. So, welcome to the second bowl ever, which is in this channel also the second bowl ever, the first bowl of the 2024 curriculum. And yes, hopefully, let's start with it. Yeah, we gotta change it to Scholars Bowl with this big B. Now, how to answer your questions. If you're watching the video, you can just like move over this. But if you're watching the live stream, as you've already seen, there is this Socrative app you can use to answer it and get points with it, which is pretty cool. Um, as you've seen, there is that QR code you can use and scan to join in. You just mark the right answer choice and I will reveal the right answer after the time will be over for each question. So yes, that's how exactly you answer. Now, let's move on quickly because it's really late in the evening. It's like, okay, it's not evening anymore in Israel. It's like almost 1 a.m. But let's move to round zero, which is the practice. Yeah, so here the questions are not really with points. This one is worth just 0 points. So you could understand how the bowl works if you haven't done it yet, or how this really weird website, the Socrative website for those in the live stream, really works. So the first question is worth 0 points, and for it you need to watch this video, hopefully. And if there are any problems with the audio, please tell me, but there is this video you need to observe carefully.
No! No! No lo diga! ¡Así no!
Okay, so this happens to me not every Monday but every Sunday, because every Sunday in Israel and where I live, we don't have a day off. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but the question is, and listen up. Other than Monday, what is the worst day? A. Wednesday. B. Saturday. C. Thursday. D. Tuesday. Or E. The triple threat day. You have 15 seconds to answer. So now those in the app need to like mark the right answer in their opinion. All right, and that's time. Now, the correct answer for this one, this question that's not worth any points, is answer choice E, triple threat day, which is the most stressful day I ever have. I have 3 of those in 1 year, approximately, and every day is of triple threat is literally hell. But nevertheless, let's move on to round 0, question 2, which is worth 0 points, which is an even higher amount of points than the last question we've had. So, this is the video. By the way, half of the video in this bowl is just Instagram Reels my friend like sends me when he's like awake in 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning, and I made this bowl in 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning. So I just got reels and put questions on them, not only in round 0, but also in other rounds. So please observe carefully this one.
My life in the sunshine.
Okay. All right. Great. Now the question is like this. Do you need to clutch up this semester? Please answer as a team. A. No, and you're actually successful. B. Yes. Or C. My life depends on it. You have 15 seconds to answer that question. Okay. All right, and that's time, I think. Okay, great. Now, I've seen the results. Almost 60% of you chose answer choice C. The right answer for this question is actually answer choice D, that we've already lost faith. Now there is no way anyone in this live stream or video even is going to get full max answers in the bowl. So good job with that. Now we're moving on to the last question of round 0, which is question 3. It is worth 20 points, which is not really 20 points. It's 0 points. I think it was a typo, but nevertheless, let's get into the video, which is this one, which I also forgot. So let's observe together.
Вадим, у тебя будильник хуярит. Алло! Вадим! 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 Алло! У тебя будильник, ебать!
Okay, I'm sorry for your ears, but yeah, this video is pretty cool.
Вадим!
Let's see the question. How would you react back if you were Vadim? A. Continue to sleep. B. Fall off the bed. C. Shout back, Vadim! I can't do it louder because I don't want any of my family members to wake up because it's 1 a.m. in the morning. D. Politely wake up and humbly thank the person who gently woke you up. Or E. Life ain't worth it. You have 15 seconds to answer the right answer choice. Good luck. Five seconds. And I think it's time. Alright. So, for some reason, I don't know what happened to the Socrative. For some reason, it shows that A is the correct answer, although in the PowerPoint, I think it's actually C. Yeah, it's C. So I really don't know, but honestly, I don't care. Most of you chose E too. So maybe let's do that. A, C, and E are all the correct questions because it's round zero and we can do whatever we can. So great with that. Let's move on to round one. You saw the effect that took me like one night to do. We're getting to round one, which is actually a round with questions about the material and actual points. So let's see question number one, which is worth 380 points. In this question, we'll need to politely observe this this depressing video. I don't understand why it's in round one exactly, but yeah, let's just go along and observe it together.
And it was at that moment I remember this quote from Abraham Lincoln. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. I mean, cool, I guess. Alright, sweetie, where are you in it? Is your senior quote from Fortnite?
Okay, so I think for my senior quote, I'm also going to get a Fortnite quote, if I will remember to do so. I'm graduating in like a year and a half. But to the question, what Fortnite quote can best summarize John Hay's selected work? A. It's only when the map changes that people care about the old one. B. He gave you 200 wood when he had 999. I gave you 100 when I had 150. C. Playing solo might be the scariest, but winning solo feels the best. D. Breaking others' buildings won't bring you any materials. Or E. Just because he won the cup, it doesn't mean he didn't lose games before. You have 15 seconds to figure out what is the right answer choice. Good luck. Five seconds. And hopefully, I think it is time. Okay, so this is the logic. Try to go with me. John Hay made, of course, the notorious poem "My Castle in Spain," and in the poem he talks about how he talks back about how once he had this glorious castle with a lot of stuff, which is kind of connected to a woman, but nevertheless, the main point of this poem is that this poem is pretty much nostalgic. It talks about what was and not what is. This poem talks about the castle that was once big in Spain, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. The right answer for this is answer choice A, which is also the one that is nostalgic, that emphasizes the past, what happened then. Okay, so moving on to the second question in round one, which is worth 430 points. For it, you'll need to observe this video, which was also the opening ceremony for the 2019 global round. Okay.
Oh, a talking chair!
Whoa! A talking chair!
Whoa, a talking chair! The juniors didn't get that one. Woo, a talking chair! Oh my goodness, all season long. We've been thanking our chairs, but this is the first time that a chair has ever talked to us.
Yes, it's the first time a chair has demonstrated mastery of the English language.
I've been speaking this whole time, but this is the first time a person has ever been able to hear me.
Okay. All right. So, moving on to the actual question. From what piece of media does the concept of a talking chair is a concept of a talking chair? My bad, I had a typo. Is adapted from? A. Ray Bradbury's The Welt. B. Makoto Shinaki's Suzume. C. Holly Minster's Tomorrow's Wedding. D. Studio Ghibli's Laputa Castle in the Sky. Or E. A.K.A. Raman Juan's Chicago Zen. You have 15 seconds. Five, six, and time. All right. So, when I went over this piece of media, I straightforwardly thought about like this video, which I think is a really good question. If I'll see it in like a global round or Yale, I won't be or like a TOC, I won't be surprised. The right answer choice for this is a movie by Makoto Shinakis, which is Suzume, in which one of the characters is literally a talking chair. And this character, I think, I didn't watch the movie, but I think this character is like helping the main character to go over her trauma or something like that. Yeah. Moving on to question 3 in round 1, which is worth 420 points, in which you have to see this cute video. Alright, enough with the dogs. Now to the question. What title for the following video is inspired by Vinod Kumar Shukla's selected poem? A. Wait, let me find it. A. Ode to Dogs. B. That Man Put a Basket of Puppies. C. The Dog's Last Sighting of Puppies. D. This is a photograph of dogs. Or E. Taking a video is all I can do for you. You have 15 seconds to figure this one out. 5 seconds. And time. Alright, so Vinod Kumar Shukla, everyone knows him. This is the guy who made a notorious poem that talked about a big blue coat, I think. And it is kind of similar, like the title, is kind of similar to answer choice B. The man put on a basket of puppies. So yes, this is the right answer. Good job if you've got it right. Now let's move on to question 4, which is worth 500 points. This is the video. This is another one of the Instagram Reels video I got sent in 4 a.m.
Wait.
No lo digas. No lo digas. No lo digas.
Okay, now to the question. What of the following game designers have made a game in this year's material that relates to the theme of the video the most? A. Sucker Punch Productions. B. ID Software. C. Sidney Meyer. D. Bolly Midway. Or E. Paul Dillenberger. You have 15 seconds. Five seconds. And time. Okay, so this video's theme, as you could have observed, is of course about pirates. And the following game designers designed the games in the material, in like Ready Scholar 1 and the first list there, in which there are of course video games. And the video game from that list that is the most thematically relevant is of course the game Pirates. Who made the game Pirates? It's in its like name. Of course, it is Sidney Meyer. So it is answer choice C. As most of you got correctly. Good job. Let's move on to question number 5, worth 550 points. I think this one is the last question in the bowl. Okay, so yeah, let's look at it. Actually, to be honest, I need to give you more background about this bowl. This bowl was made right after I saw Dune Part 2, but this one is a video from Part 1. I just like searched whatever and tried to find questions about stuff I experienced that day, and one of them was of course Dune. So yeah, let's look at this scene. It's from Part 1, so there are no spoilers, but yes.
The great houses look to us for leadership,
Oh, my bad? Okay, yes.
and this threatens the Emperor. By taking Arrakis from the Harkonnens and making it ours, he sets the stage for a war, which would weaken both houses. But if we hold firm and tap the true power of Arrakis, we could be stronger than ever.
What does that mean? Mining spice, keeping the Fremen in their place? We'd be no better than Harkonnens.
No. By making an alliance with the Fremen. That's what I've sent Duncan Idaho to arrange. Here on Caladan, we've ruled by air power and sea power. On Arrakis, we need to cultivate desert power.
Okay, now to the question. What other historical site has in its desert power? A. Octomoon. B. Satanhu. C. Taposiris Magna. D. Machu Picchu. Or E. Borobudur. You have 15 seconds to answer correctly, I guess. Hopefully, good luck. 5 seconds, and time. Okay, so out of these 5 historical sites, only one of them is located in a desert biome. The correct answer choice is also the resting place of Cleopatra, presumably, is answer choice C, Taposiris Magna. Okay, now let's move on to round 2, which is the GeoGuessr round. This round is kind of different from the first round or any other normal round. In this round, instead of questions with videos, oh, by the way, each question in this round will be with the same amount of points. That's already the first difference, but the main difference is that now you'll get an atlas, a picture of an atlas, like the map of the world, in which there will be 5 locations. These are the 5 locations in this round. They will stay for the whole round. We have A, B, C, D, and E. Yeah, E is here. And in each question in this round, we'll have the same question, the same form of question, where today in the map is. Now, for the first question in this round, the location we'll have to find, and you'll have 10 seconds to do it, is, wait, okay, is the Spanish Days Festival. 5 seconds, and it is time. So the Spanish Days Festival it's a really tricky thing. The Spanish Days Festival, if you've studied it, is a festival that happens in California to celebrate their Spanish heritage or something like that. That's why it is answer choice B. Moving on, let's get to the second question, where today in the map is Ostia Antica. You have 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And time. So, Ostia Antica is in the archaeology set. It is a city next to Pompeii. That's why it's answer choice E, like in Italy. That is really similar to Pompeii in terms of how life was in there. It was, unlike Pompeii, not covered by a volcano though, sadly. So, where today in the map is, moving on to the next question, the Kona Coffee Living History Farm. You have about 10 seconds from now. 5 seconds. And time. Okay, so Icona Coffee Living History Farm is a living history museum that was made by Japanese immigrants to a farm in Hawaii. That's why it is answer choice A. And now to question number 4 in this round, where today in the map is the Museum of the Future. You have 10 seconds to find this one. 5 seconds. And time. So if you've been to one of the Dubai holiday specials in the last 3 years, I take a guess, the right answer is answer choice D. This one is located in Dubai. It is a museum that focuses on the future from now on to like the next 50 or 70 years, I think. I'm not sure. But the last question in this round goes to the place of Parador Al-Kaniz. You have 15 seconds to get the right answer. 5 seconds. And time. Okay, so Parador Alcaniz is one of the million castles in the material. This one is located in Spain. That's why it is answer choice C. And today it operates as a hotel, I think. Yep. Okay. So we'll move on to round 3. Round 3 is a round that is like round 1, but just the points are higher. I guess. I'm not sure. But this one is worth 400. So it's probably more than the points in round 1. For it, you'll need to just see this really short TikTok.
This is sourced from the garbage dump to provide individual bed spaces for all 1 billion children, ensuring they are separated to avoid mutual disturbance. Underneath each bed, long drawers.
Okay, so this is a really weird pitch of a bedroom for 1 billion children. Okay, now let's see the question, which is pretty long. I could say a better work could have been done, but I'm sorry, I made it like in 5 a.m. If the previous video was presented as a serious video for investors in a company planning to build a room for 1 billion children, what would be the most appropriate term for the product? A. A pump and dump. B. Vaporware. C. A Ponzi scheme. D. A rug pull. Or E. Jailbreaking. You have 15 seconds to scream at your teammates if you have any teammates with you. Five seconds. And that's it. That's time. So, there is this important term in the Crime and Punishment 3.0 chapter that talks about business pitches or ideas that get that gets pitched to investors and they're just not realistic enough. If I'm wrong, correct me with anything in this bowl. I'd like to get feedback on the material. The right answer here is answer choice B, vaporware, because this is literally what it means. Now, let's move on to question number 2, which is worth 50 more points than like the last question. So, for this one, you'll need to observe this. Okay, so Erika Iris Simmons will most likely form from these cassette tapes the face of A. Timothée Chalamet, B. Elvis Presley, C. Charlie Chaplin, D. Taylor Swift, or E. Hans Zimmer. You have 15 seconds to scream at your teammates that you know Timothée Chalamet from Dune 2 and also find the right answer. Good luck. 5 seconds. And that's it. Time. Okay, so the right answer for this question. Okay, let me tell you about Erika Iris Simmons. She is an artist. It is in the second set, I believe. She makes um, from cassette tapes these these sculptures. I don't know how to call it exactly, but she makes out of cassette tapes the faces of actors and singers from from the eras from pop culture in the 50s or the 60s. From music cassette tapes, she makes singers, and from movie cassette tapes, she makes movie stars. That's how the logic worked for me here. And with like from the following people, the only one who is a singer or an entertainer in the 1950s, 1960s pop culture is of course Elvis Presley. Answer choice B. So good job with that. Okay, so moving on to question number 3, which is worth 470 points. For this one, you'll need to observe this video, which for some reason, to whoever I show this, they already know this video. If you know this video, comment down below. If I didn't know this video before, but yeah, it's pretty cool to watch.
This song isn't funny at all, but it helps me.
Oh, my bad. Okay, now to the question itself. Which of the following would most likely play similar things stylistically? We're not talking about like the themes itself of the song, but the other things, like the style. Yeah, okay. So the first answer choice is Charles Dibdin, then Arturo Toscanini, C. Nino Rota, D. Wilhelm Furtwängler, or E. Richard Wagner. You have 15 seconds. Five seconds. And time. So, the correct answer is one that is deemed as the first pop star ever. It is answer choice A, Charles Dibdin, who would also go to these concerts that he made, playing his pieces, just like the person in the video. Okay, moving on to question number 4, which is worth 490 points. This one is quite different than the other questions. In this question, you need to observe images instead of a video, but not like a gallery question. Just look at this. We have your comments from a YouTube video. Man, the 90s had some weird, creepy, thoughtful, and deep music. B. No, that's not B. That's comment 2, which was commented by Nostalgia Man. They used to play the song late at night on MTV when I was a teenager, and it would freak me out so bad back then. And comment number 3, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Radiohead, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. Man, the 90s grunge is precious and unforgivable. Unforgettable, my bad. Okay, now the question is simple as heck. Who is the musician behind the song in these comments? These comments seem to clearly reference. Okay, A is Parliament, B, Charles Harris, C, Eurythmics, D, Soundgarden, or E, Ace Frehley. You have 15 seconds. Five seconds. And that is time. So, the correct answer choice is, well, the song, first of all, the song I got the comments from is Black Hole Sun. The artist, the band behind this song is Soundgarden. That's why it is answer choice D. Congratulations. Now, let's move on to question number 4. Oh, no, my bad. Question number 1 in round 4. Yes, That's what I meant. In round 4, we have another interesting round, which is called the lightning round. The thing about the lightning round, unlike all of the other rounds, is that this one has much less time. So you and your team will need to decide with less time what is the correct answer choice. The good thing about lightning round, and this is a great tip, is that the answer choices don't change. Yeah, so you can, between the questions, if you figure it out, like in the time they revealed the right answer for a question, you can already figure out maybe what the other answer choices might be talking about. I'll just show you right now in this round what I really talk about. So, for this one, you have 275 points for each question, and the premise of this specific round is about clothes. First of all, let's see our lightning round answers. First of all, we have Liam Rector, Pablo Neruda, Gertrude Stein, Vinod Kumar Shukla, and Anne Carson. Now, let's open this cardboard, and the question that will always be in this round is what selected poet talks about the following piece of clothing. This. You have 5 seconds to answer that, so please answer quickly. And that is time. So, the correct answer for this question is answer choice. It is B, Pablo Neruda, which is called Ode to Socks. Good job. Now, let's move on to the next question that is talking about that. You have 5 seconds, as I said, and I think it's time. The correct answer, as you can see, this is a blue cardigan, which alludes to, I think, Anne Carson's poem, My Father's Old Blue Cardigan. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I need to check that. But moving on to the next question in this round, question number 3. What poet talks about this? And that is time. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is answer choice D, Vinod Kumar Shukla. Now let's move on to this piece of clothing. Who talks about this? And that is time. Well, the right answer, it seems that no one got it right. It talks about the poem A Long Dress by Gertrude Stein. So yeah, that's why it's the right answer. And lastly, we have this piece of clothing. 5 seconds. Okay, and this is time. The correct answer is answer choice A, Liam Rector, because he has the poem that is called like Fat Southern Men in Summer Suits. So now let's move to round 5. We have just 3 more rounds on the way. This one is a regular round, and the first question is worth 460 points. Now, you'll have to see this video. Please observe carefully. Okay, now this is the question. Similarly to the Titanic, what other ship met its unfortunate sinkage due to an iced obstacle? A. The Montevideo Maru. B. Julius Caesar's ship. C. The Santa Maria. D. The HMS Endurance. Or E. The HMS Victory. You have 15 seconds to guess with your fellow teammates, or answer the question because you know the material. Five seconds. And that is time. So the correct answer for this one is, it is in the archaeology set. The correct answer is a ship that was supposed to go to Antarctica to research Antarctica stuff. But even though it was supposed to break ice, it sank because of an iceberg, I think. The right answer is D, the HMS Endurance. Now, let's move on to question number 2, that is worth 490 points. And the question is as the following. Which picture best describes the English people during the transitional period from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar? Answer choice A is this, B, C, D, or E. You have 15 seconds. Good luck. 5 seconds. And time. Okay, so in the article surrounding this change between calendars, between the Gregorian calendar and the Julian calendar, like from the Julian to the Gregorian. Wait, okay, you hear me right. That's great. So, in this transitional period, the English people, it is told that in like stories and such that the English people wanted to revolt, but in actuality, after people finding out what really happened, everyone was simply just confused. That's why it is answer choice E. Yes, the E became bigger, as you can see. Okay, let's move on to question number 3, which is worth about 530 points. Oh my god, I'm just sorry again that I keep forgetting to go over questions. Like, you know what I mean. For the people in the live stream, I accidentally skipped question number 2. So here we are in question number 3. Whoever like got it right, I'll add the points afterwards. So no worries. Okay, now question number 3 is worth 530 points. For this one, you'll need to watch a video you might have watched before in summer.
If you believe we have crashed craft stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
All right, so in context of their selected work, what musician is connected to the following US hearing the most? A. Blink 182. B. My bad. REM. C. Bing Crosby. D. Alyona Severidova. Or E. Soundgarden. You have about 15 seconds. 5 seconds. And time. Okay, so in the last summer, there was this it's not in the material, but it's just the video I showed you. In last summer, there was this big drama around a hearing in the United States that basically confirmed the United States has aliens, or at least they discovered some. And from the following artists, there is only one artist here that their selected work in the material, is about aliens. It is the song Aliens Exist. And it is like the artists, the musicians that made it is, of course, Blink 182. So that's why A is the right answer choice. And that's why 52% of you got the answer right. Great job. Now, let's move on to question number 4, which is worth 590 points, my bad. It is about this video. Please carefully observe. Just a second. I'm making sure I'm not passing questions. Okay, great. So please make sure to observe.
Ray, do me a favor. Back that engine out. We got a knockdown. Okay. It's negatory, Julio. I need you to wedge that popper. Yep. Hey.
Hey.
What's your name?
Joe. John.
What is it?
Joe John.
Name's Joe John?
Johnston, Joe.
You want to tell me what happened here?
There's a fire. I don't know. I came by and was checking out the fire.
Well, that lady, Mona, she said that you two were in the building when the fire started.
Yeah, she's a liar, because I don't know her. So whatever she says is a lie. So.
Okay, so you're saying you weren't in the building with that woman?
No, not I. All right. She started it, all right? Because she was like, I hate my job. I'm going to burn this mother down. And I said, you better not. You better not.
She said it was an electrical fire.
It was. It was a total electrical fire. It was like the switches had sparks coming out in the sockets, and it's like the 4th of July, man.
Why aren't you wearing your pants, Joe?
Okay, so the question is this one. Which of the following were also destroyed by a fire? A. The Spanish village of Barcelona. B. The London Tate Museum. C. St. Donat's Castle. D. The Notre Dame. Or E. Conocophil Living History Farm. You have 15 seconds. You have 5 seconds. And this is time. So, out of these options, the only one that was destroyed by fire was lit on fire in 2019. I still don't know the reason, and I don't think the reason is official yet for the fire, but the building that got damaged by it is, of course, the Notre Dame Castle. No, not the Notre Dame Castle, the Notre Dame Cathedral, which I think was damaged around the spiral and the roof. But yeah, this is the correct answer. Now, moving on to the last question in this round, I think. This one is worth 620 points. Let me just fix something here. Okay, so I just made sure we're on the right question. That's great. Now, this question is worth, as I said, 620 points. Let's watch the video together.
Oh, wow, he wasn't lying. Dear God, where did you come from? I'm you 30 seconds into the future. 30 seconds? We learn time travel within the next 30 seconds? Yes, it's complicated. Even I don't understand it. I'm horribly confused. Trust me, I am too. Wait, was I supposed to say that? Yes, I was. So how do we do it? You simply say there's no place like home with your eyes closed. There's no machine? Like I said, it's complicated. We utilize biotechnology in the future. Where did you learn all this from if you're only 30 seconds into the future? From you. From me. From you 30 seconds into the future being me. What? There's no time to explain. You have to do it. What do you mean I have to do it? Because if you don't and you cause me not to exist, there's going to be a tear in time causing a black hole. What? Just say it. Also, you have to make sure to say everything the exact same way I said. What if I don't remember everything you said? Say it now. There's no place like home.
Okay, it is Cooler in Loop. This is one of the like another Instagram Reels video I got sent in 2 a.m. in the morning. By the way, 2 a.m. is happening right here in like 10 minutes or so. Okay, so the question is like this. As a time traveler, if you wanted to celebrate New Year's a couple weeks earlier, where would you travel to? A. The Ottoman Empire, 1903. B. Rome, 1456. C. Britain, 1799. D. North Korea, 30 seconds ago. Or E. Japan, 1834. You have 15 seconds. Five seconds. And time. So, the correct answer for this one, because in Japan, the calendar changes as a result of emperors switching. At least that is one of the four ways, and this is the more popular one. The one that is the eras, like the eras method, I think that's how it's called. It's in Japan, and this is like the main way they determine a year. And in 1834 there was a shift between emperors. That's why it is the correct answer. So just like for general context, you didn't have to remember what happened specifically in 1834, but you would have to remember that in Japan, um, unlike all of the other choices, that's the place where things like this could occur. So that's just a note for you, for what to remember and what to not remember. But yeah, okay. Now let's move on to round number 6, which is the Among Us round. I think we have a great Among Us round here. So the Among Us round, for those of you who have not experienced it yet, it is a round in which you need to answer one question. This question is, oh, by the way, it's 800 points, which is pretty much a lot. But the question is, who is the imposter? You will get now 5 characters you and your teammates have already read in the material, and you'll need to understand who of these has something that is different from the other 4. By the way, just a note for all of you, try to make the logic behind the question connected to the material, and like the right answer won't be like, for example, green, because the person who is green is a female, for example, and all of the other are males. You just need to find a reasonable, justified way, which is the way, of course, they intend it to be, the way which is probably really related to the curriculum, to really figure out what's the right answer. So, who is the imposter? First one is Avery Gibbs. Second one, oh, by the way, when I meant green, I meant Avery Gibbs. Yeah. Then we have on brown, Pedro Alvarez. Then there is Graciela Iturbide, Karel Willink, and Andy Warhol. You have 15 seconds to find who is the imposter. And by the way, okay, let's just give you the 15 seconds to choose. 5 seconds. And that is time. Okay, so basically what happens in the Among Us round, I forgot to tell you, the like actual juicy stuff, is that the correct answer, there is a correct answer over here, but the answer they check, just like they get the highest okay, let me rephrase and explain from the beginning. So after each 15 seconds, the staff or whoever runs the bowl will go over the answers, like the statistics of the answers, and just shoot out, like in the game Among Us, they will get out the character who most of the scholars voted to. In our instance, the one you guys voted to the most is white, which is Karel Willink. So now we can vote him out. If he is the imposter, everyone who voted Karel Willink gains 800 points, and whoever if he's the imposter, but if he's not, everyone who voted him gets minus 200 points, which is not good for your overall score. So yeah, that's how it works. That means that you can just choose one specific person for the whole round, if like until they get the imposter, and that person you thought it was not, but it was not the imposter, but at the same time that person was not chosen, therefore you just got 0 points out of the round. I really advise you to think logically in this round. It might be annoying sometimes, but I love this round. I love the animations in this round. Let me just show you. Let's get Karel Willink out. So as you can see, Karel Willink was not the imposter. So whoever voted on white gets minus 200 points. But yeah, okay. Now, let's get back to the same question, but now with Karel Willink without outside of the image. Now, you have 15 more seconds to figure out who is the imposter. Spoiler alert, it is not white, as we've figured out together. Five seconds. And that is time. So the correct answer, well, there is no correct answer until we find out who is the imposter. Let's first of all see for who you voted, the people in the live stream. Okay, so 33% of you voted pink, but 67% voted on blue. So let's get blue, which is Andy Warhol, out of the game. Let's see if he is the imposter or not. It seems that Andy Warhol was the imposter. So good job for whoever got it. The logic behind this question, this round, is that all of these are artists, and the thing is, only like everyone other than Andy Warhol have their artworks that, like, their selected artworks are mostly about the imagination of either objects or places. Let's get back to the question. Just a second. Yeah, we're getting back to the question. So Avery Gibbs made Readers of Another Universe. Pedro Alvarez made, I think it's something, the Dollarscape something. I forget the name, but it's the one with the money bills, and it looks dreamy and greenish. Graciela Iturbide made the woman with the iguanas, that picture there. Karel Willink made the one with Pompeii, like 4 people in Pompeii. I can't remember the names. It's my bad, but hopefully you know what artworks I'm talking about, and then like these, and which are imaginations of um, objects or people, but they're under this category. Andy Warhol had Campbell soup cans, I believe. I'm so sorry if I get it wrong. Please correct me in the comments if I get something wrong. And um, the subject is just different between Andy Warhol and the other four. So that is why Andy Warhol is indeed the imposter. Now, let's get on to round 7, which is my favorite round. It is the bonus round. It is the round where all of you get a lot of points, and all of you in the actual bowl are really scared to lose any question because these are worth a lot. First one is worth 780 points, so you already know we're going to like get big here with numbers. Talking about getting big with numbers, let's see this video together.
100 in Terrell. Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. The temperature, the heat index right now in McKinney is 10,000. What is that? 101,105. It's hot in McKinney.
The best reason Texas is a great state is because these are their weather reporters. I'd like in my country, in my state, country, province, I don't know, that the weather reporters would talk like this. And I don't know what happened to McKinney, but let's see in this question, which of the following dark tourism sites was in the same condition as McKinney, shown in the video, when it was historically relevant? A. Alcatraz. B. Ground Zero. C. Chernobyl. D. Paris Catacombs. Or E. The Titanic. You have 15 seconds to answer the question. Oh, just a second. Let me switch the question. My bad. Okay. Yeah, now you have 15 seconds. Just 5 seconds before we finish answering. And that is time. Alright, so the right answer for this one, of course, the dark tourism sites is one of my favorite lists in this year's material. In one of them, there was, I think, a leak of nuclear material, and that of course caused for a lot of nuclear radiation in the area. As a result, the place became really hot, and a lot of people were dead. This is talking about answer choice C, Chernobyl, which, just like McKinley, was incredibly hot when it was historically relevant in the context of dark tourism. So, next we're going to question 2, which is worth 790 points. Let's see this video, which is also an Instagram Reels video. Wait, my bad. I'll show it. That's my bad. I'll show it again. Just a second. Okay. This guy is my hero too, to be honest. Now, without using visual effects, what attribute of Abraham Lincoln could an actor not imitate alone, like totally by himself? A. His ideolect. B. Having a dark beard. C. Being left-handed. D. His deep voice. Or E. His tall stature. You have 15 seconds to answer it. Good luck. Five seconds. getting to time. Now answer the questions. Answer it in like question 2. Okay, great. So, yeah, I talked to the people in the live stream on the Socrative app. So that is great. The correct answer choice, as an actor alone with no visual effects and like with no help from others, the only thing he cannot imitate, and here we're talking about the case of Abraham Lincoln, is of course answer choice E, his tall stature, as most of you got right. So good job and well done. Now, next on to question number 3. This one is worth 800 points. Let's see this video, which is like a pretty nice video. Just look at it. Oh wait, just okay, now look at the question. Based on his selected work, what would most likely be Liam Rector's reaction to the screaming man in the video? A. Grandpa, we talked about it. You can't just yell in public. B. That's why Southerners have such a bad impression. C. Wow, wearing a full suit in the summer? What a true gentleman. D. On top of the suit, wear a bow tie, and that'll be perfect. Now, or E. Maybe lower your voice right there, old feller. Now you have 15 seconds to answer the question. You have 5 seconds. And this is time. That's it. Liam Rector is a really famous, I don't know if he's famous, but he has a poem in the material, so he's probably famous. And his poem, which is called Fat Southerner Man in Summer Suits, adores how respectable southern men are for wearing summer suits in the summer in such a hot time. That's why he might think that wearing a full suit in the summer means that the person is a true gentleman. Now, let's get to answer question number 4, which is worth 911 points. Let's see this video just after I'll check with the device. Just a second. Okay, great. So let's watch this video. Okay, now the question is not quite complicated. What does the character experience in the clip? A. The events of the song Singing in My Sleep. B. The outcome of the end of history theory. C. A corporate restructuring. D. The Tetris effect. Or E. My favorite answer choice by far, the mushrooms. You have 15 seconds to get the right answer. 5 seconds. And that is it. That's time. Well, as 67% of you, which is amazing, got right, is answer choice D, the Tetris effect. Tetris effect is basically this effect in which after you play a lot of video games, specifically Tetris, which the effect is called after, whenever you see blocks, you try to connect the Tetris, like the Tetris forms, for it to be like working, like in Tetris. You just imagine what the game does when you are experiencing real life. So yeah, that's what happened in the video too, when she just saw the blocks on the floor and imagined chess. So yeah, now we're getting to question number 5, which is worth I don't know how much points. This is the last question in this poll, therefore you'll need to bet on it. But before we'll bet on the question, we'll need to see this fabulous video that we'll have to experience together. Let me just mute myself and let's listen to Stephen A.
Oh my Lord. At Nzambak. Where we landing, Stephen A? Let's look at this right here. Salty Springs Retail Row. I forgot the name of this. What's the name of this show again? Fortnite. This is the video game Fortnite, right? I think so. Wailing Woods, Tomato Town. Oh, I remember something about this. I saw this just the other day. Which one? I'm gonna go with Tilted Towers. You know why? It's right in the middle here, and it looks like that's where all the action is. You see how this looks right here? See all this green here? See all of this? I see Loot Lake right here in the blue, but damn it, that's a lake. You're looking at all of this stuff right here. When you see this right here, that looks like a palatial mansion in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by grass and all of this other stuff. I see some other spots here, Shifty Shafts, Greasy Grove, Snobby Shores, stuff like that. But this looks like where all the action is. Where the party's at? Where the party's at? I'm going with Tilted Towers. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, now before we'll answer the question and even reveal the question, let's see how much points would we all bet on. So, as you can see, you can bet your amount right here. You can bet on 0 points, 500 points, 1,000 points, 1,200 points, or 1,500 points. For those who don't understand what I'm even talking about, then now there will be just a vote. It's not on points, but a vote on how much points would everyone need to answer the question on. If you get the question right, you will get that amount of points. If you will get that question wrong, you will lose that amount of points. That's how betting works. It is not great to teach children how to bet in such age and to endorse them to do that, but that's what we do here in this mock bowl. Okay, so you have just 10 seconds to decide for everyone how much points do you want to bet. And you can understand by the emojis what answer choice should you choose. Okay, yeah, good luck on choosing. Okay, so from what I see, there is a tie, but we'll take the better answer choice out of this tie. We'll take answer choice E as our. You'll love it. Don't worry. It's not that hard of a question. We'll take answer choice E of 1,500 points. So, yep. Let's move on to the question that is now worth 1,500 points for everyone. So good luck with this. Let's really observe it to the fullest. Based on his selected work, if Richard Wilson, the painter of Linika Kader Idris, was asked the same question, what location would he choose? Answer choice A, Tilted Towers. B, Wailing Woods. C, Junk Junction. D, Loot Lake. Or E, Tomato Town. You have 15 seconds. 5 seconds. And this is time. Okay, so Richard Wilson, who of course, as you can observe in the question, painted Linikau Cadaridris, is the person like who painted this painting. Okay, you all know that by reading this question, but what is Linikau Cadaridris? Linikau Cadaridris is a painting of nature, not just nature, but a specific thing in nature. Linikau, I believe, is a lake. That's why he would most likely answer, like, get answer choice D. So yeah, that is why this is the correct answer. Good job for the wait, the 33% of you that got it right. But don't you worry, this ball was really great. Hopefully you had a great time too. I had a great time. It is now 2 a.m. But I can now know I made one of the 3 bowls I'm preparing to do on this website, and I can go to sleep. If you want more of these, I don't know, just ask me because it will give out motivation. Hopefully I'll do it if there will be more positive comments. And have a nice day. I'm going to bed and wrapping this up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Huge thanks for everyone who cleared their time to like do the actual bowl. You guys were amazing. And goodbye. I'll meet you in the next time.